Alright, so I recently watched Better Nate Than Ever on Disney Plus, one of their newest movies, and I gotta tell you, it's disappointing. Normally, when I see a film from Disney, I would expect better from them, especially if it's like something inspirational or from a book. Sadly, they just failed this movie. It went kind of quickly, the acting was pretty bad. They had a lot of plot lines and sort of plot holes. The main plot was going to New York for a Lilo and Stitch musical. In New York. Not to mention that the fact that it's Lilo and Stitch. They're trying to cash out their old films so that way they can make more profit. I think. Another thing they mess up on is that they also include more of the modern generation and less of the classic generation. If you don't know by now, the whole film is about Broadway musicals or Broadway acting, etc. And it seems like it's not really going to what they're looking for. It could be enjoyable, like with some jokes, or some acting could be good, but it's not the best. The friendship between Nate and this other girl, and I already forget their names. But anyway, about them. There was this thing where she liked Nate, and, he didn't like her back, and then he likes her now or something. It's kind of confusing. And they don't involve their friendship, or they don't have a really good one. She's just introduced out of the random, Nate's just out of character all the time. And what's confusing is the fact that at the end, and I mean the very end, they show a montage of their friendship. By how Nate got the gig and how they're celebrating. That's what I want from these two characters. They act like they're best friends. And through the entire first, or actually not just the first act, but the entire film, she was acted like the best friend of Nate when she was acting like, I don't know, like a random stranger. But don't get me started on the actress, bro. She was probably the worst because she was so hard to understand. Now, normally I don't give this much criticism to films, but with this one, it's just bad. A good thing is that at least they try to make the story interesting, and I could see the direction they were going with. The songs are pretty decent, and not the best in the world, but they still are good enough. I like the plot line where Nate is trying to be big in Broadway. But sadly, a lot of the characters in this film feel kind of bland and forced. I have to give this film like a 3 out of 10. Or actually a 4.5. I'm sorry.